Hello, 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 Cancer friends. This reading is for you, for the supermoon, for the full supermoon in Virgo on the 19th of February. The energy is about 3 or 4 days before, 3 or 4 days after, so it'll span about a week's time. And what am I going to do? I'm going to start with the card from my collection, my fine arts collection cards, and then I have this deck called Ludi Lescott Tarot, and of course the Vera Sibilla cards, ta-da, that you know, and I'll be casting runes. Now, to start off with, before I go on, do visit my website. It's www.christellemartinette.com, or write to me, readings@christellemartinette.com. I'll show you these cards. Each of these positions on the spread have a meaning, and I'll tell you what that is, what each one is, and show you the cards. I'll be doing another 4 videos tomorrow night Eastern European time, and then 4 more videos on Sunday. I'll announce that pretty soon. I'll do that. I'll announce that tomorrow. Okay, now, Cancer. We have the first, the Christmas card. Now, this is the first card. Talks about the issues that are furthermost on your mind. This is the Cornell Farm by Hicks, around close to 1840, 1848, or 1850. Now, those are the issues that you come into the period with. The actions you would be taking are this 7 of Cups. The actions, how you act in relation to the issues, and then the environment. This is the context. This is the Empress. Emotional side to the reading is going to be by the light of the moon. The moon, the moon, the moon. Very emotional. Then the 10 of Coins is the card of change. Now, let me look for a moment, and I'll tell you what I'm looking at. You are thinking of how necessary it is, Cancer, that you can no longer put up a front. You have to tear down those boundaries. You need to open up. This is what you're thinking. You need to open up and be more transparent. And you're pondering this. How can I do that? What can I do to make, to completely make a break with the way I have been acting recently? I need to be more in tune with what is happening around me and in tune with the people who I'm most interested in. And it's not an easy task. It really is not an easy task for you in this moon cycle period, Cancer, because I'm seeing that you don't like certain things that you have done. You don't like certain things, the way you have carried out certain things, the way you've acted in certain instances. And you consciously make an effort to step back and look and say, well, if I have acted that way and I've received this kind of result, these results, and if I change, like in a puzzle, if I take one piece out and put in another, what will change? And you're pondering this and thinking that you're doing it because you want a different outcome. There's Einstein who said the people who think of doing the same things, I hope I get this right, and with expecting a different result are dumb, in the sense that if you keep doing one thing and it's not bringing you the proper results, then you need to change, or else you'll propagate the negative outcome, right? And here you know that, and you realize that, and you want to enter a learning phase, right? You want to make conscious effort of saying, okay, there's the full moon, the super moon now in Virgo. I want to make amends and change the way I interact with people. I need to be more forthcoming with what I want, it's a learning. You want to learn something about yourself and yourself in relation to others. Now, the way you go about that is a bit of a problem. It's a bit of a problem because there's the Seven of Cups here, and the Seven of Cups is always a moment of disorientation because you're not exactly sure what will work, what you're capable of, what will work for you, how could I possibly, if I'm not a talker, for example, if I'm not one to express myself very clearly, how can I go about changing if I can't do that? So you're at odds with the notion of, yes, I want to affect change. Yes, I want to learn, but it's almost as if you feel, you understand that I need help. I need someone else to guide me. All right. Let me take a few cards here. I'm going to take first on these two, these issues here, the Cornell Farm, and then the actions that you take. Let me show you those. I've got here the military, the Ammalato, the ill one, and Imeneo, the intimacy card. And it does talk about being ill at ease in trying to open up, all right? Actually trying to open up. Then we've got over the actions that you want to take, sighing, so speedy. Costanza, Constance. And then the female lover, Amatrice. And she has come out 3 times in a row now, too. The last 3 readings. This is the 4th, actually. Now, what am I looking at? I'm looking at you having a wee bit, just too little patience with yourself and your learning process, your learning cycle, the learning curve that is specific to you. You don't have the patience enough to wait for yourself or help. And see, it seems to me that you may do well, the cards are telling you, to seek outside counsel, to seek help. Either talk to your friends, your family, and telling them, I was thinking of doing this. What do you think if I do, I join a group dynamics or something, or else I, in some way I can bounce off of other people. What do you think would be best for me? So you enlist the help of others by talking to them. And it seems like, the change will come after the moon cycle, the moon phase. It is during the moon phase that you start the wheels turning. And you're in a process of learning. This is starting a new cycle of learning. You actually make it very clear to yourself, I need to learn something more. I need to learn more about myself and how I act in relation to others. Now, the context that what you are, where you're located, let's say, what is it that you're in? How can you operate in this context? What is the context like? And it is this Empress. And the Empress is a beautiful context to be in because it gives you room. It gives you room to act. There's a creative element here. The card is telling you, look, Cancer, put on your thinking cap, put on your thinking cap and use your little noodle and think. You have the answers. You do have the answers. You have the answers. Just you're not linking the need to the response, and you feel a missing link there, but you have all the answers. And what's interesting here to see, and I'll put some cards out on that. What's interesting here to see is that the Empress has come out right in this position of the context, because even though you may not have all of the instruments as to knowing how to go about things, the environment gives you a helping hand. And I've got here the donna di servizio, the housemaid, who's always beneficial and helpful. There's the amica, who speaks to positive, who speaks to harmony, and a friend. And then there's this omaggio di preziosi, these gifts here, and it is communication, and you are given a key. This moon cycle, you're given a key as to how to go about learning the things you actually need to learn. And I also see here someone actually telling you, look, Cancer, on Monday, which is the 17th, could it be Monday the 17th? What's today? I can't remember, but I think it could be the 17th, Monday, next Monday. There's going to be a course starting every night from 8 to 9. And it's not very far. Go there, because you may be able to come out with something that is useful to you. And I see that somebody gives you this information. Now this moon, what's interesting about the moon on the emotional side to the spread is that the moon, just like this full moon does, phase, it hides things for you and hides things from you, and things that we really could use to know, we could use that. But the universe, how does the universe work? The universe works in a way that's contrary to our rationale, in the sense that I need some information that will help me in learning how to communicate with somebody. Okay. But I'm not getting the information of where to get this course, this understanding. And the universe does this because there's a gap that you, Cancer, need to fill, because that is the action, that is the proactive element of change. Decisions that we make are not only made mentally. For a decision to be energy, it needs the action to follow. And it looks like the cards are telling you that in this moon cycle, you need to make a proactive move, in terms of what you want, in terms of what type of learning you actually need. I'm going to take a few cards on that. Interesting, this is the amante, the male lover. This is consolante sorpresa, the consoling surprise. And this is donna maritata, the married woman, but just like she's a grande dame, she's a woman with power. And here it does tell me that there is a woman that is going to be influential in this sense, who's going to give you a key as to how to go about things. Because you remember, there was the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is in the action position. And that talks about you being, not exactly knowing what you have to do. Well, look for a woman who can guide you there. And then this element of change here, represented by the 10 of coins, this beautiful, abundant 10 of coins, the element of change, comes in a highly spiritual change. And here are the proof of that. There is the artista. This is the man. This is an artist who's in the library. There is the morte, the death, and then there is the lies here. Now, what does this talk about? This talks about these two. Talk about you not getting that illumination that you need, and in order for you to usher in the needed change. Because this moon cycle, it seems to me, so far that I have been seeing, it's a matter of a new cycle that ushers in an extremely important change. Whereas we have just come from the new moon, when there are so many new things happening. Here, I'm seeing that there are, of course, the full moon brings endings, but not only that, the endings imply a beginning. and they're back to back. But like I said, Cancer, there is this missing link here, and that's where you're going to be called upon by the universe to take action, make a conscious effort, and go forward and trying to understand. Let me take the runes and cast them to see what they have to say. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Wow, we have success here. Yara, 4 times it's come out. Okay, well, let's just say that there is Zoilo, the sun. This is success. You are able, by the end of the moon cycle, remember there's this week, to understand how to go about doing what you need to do. It does take time, Yara, and it is over and over, Yara has come out telling us this is where the understanding takes place, but then the actual change comes about right after the moon cycle. You do this. This is weird, the nameless and faceless rune. You do it in your own, on your own time, on your own, doing it your way. Frank Sinatra, my way. Now, there are 2 runes here that both give you an umbrella of protection. One is Aljit's and the other is Awat's. And they both talk about being highly protected by the universe in this period. So even if you have doubt, if doubt follows you, don't fear at all, because you get there, and you get there in your own timing and when you want. Go for it. Good for you, Cancer. I hope this was of help to you. And thank you all those older subscribers and the new subscribers for supporting me. I really appreciate that. Do like, share, subscribe. Do like, share, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Namaste until we read together again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.